Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to an extra sip. I'm your host, Miriam Samaki, and I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all having an amazing Tea Tuesday. I hope I am too. I don't know. Who knows how I'm doing? Hopefully I'm great. So in this episode, folks, we are going to be doing my favorite segment. And well, before I go into that, I guess I should tell you what my segment is first. So this segment is what I like to call things I hate, my pet peeves. I don't call them that in the title. So like if you want to listen to the other two, I think I talk about it in the description. I'm going to talk about things I hate, but this is the third installment. And I don't know, it's always a great time because to me, I just feel like when you and someone else share a hatred for like something or someone, spill the tea, some place, some sight, some smell, it's just an incredible bond. You know what I mean? It's just like we hate the same thing, and I just feel like the love is so much stronger. You know what I mean? So, but before I get into that, can I just say one thing I love before this becomes like a screaming battle with me and my microphone? Something that I've been loving is fanny packs. What was my voice there? Fanny packs? Is that basic? I don't know. I feel like so many people are like, have fanny packs, but this was my first one. And she's kind of cute. She's like pink and very furry. Like she's so soft. And it's great. I can put my key in it. I can put some credit cards. I can put my phone, and I'm hands-free, folks. I can do anything I want. So I really recommend it. And I'm excited to wear it to, on my campus, we have this like amusement park that has haunted houses. And I just feel like me walking in with a fanny pack and like a smile on my face, like the scares are gonna like come towards me, which is what I want. I get like a high from being scared. I don't know if anyone else, can you relate? I don't know. That's why I love Halloween. Like I love being scared. I always get freaked out before going to haunted houses, and then I exit and I'm like, let's do it again, folks. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty excited. But that was just one thing I love. So now we're gonna go into the things I hate. So I made a list on my phone. I don't know how many we're going to get through. I actually have a lot this time. So I don't know what that says about me and how my week went. I guess I was just feeling very hateful, which is fine. You know, I love myself. And if this is me, then I will appreciate it and I will love myself to the nines. So the first one on my list I'm seeing is people behind me. And y'all might be like, okay, but you already talked about that, like slow walkers. Yeah, but this is like something different. It's like when you're walking and someone, I just hate the like footsteps behind me because I can hear your dumb shoes and you're at this distance that if like I can't, like you're not passing me. So then I want to slow down. So like you'll pass me, but then you end up walking beside me and I'm like, sister, can you move? I hate that so much, especially when someone's walking with someone else and they're having like a very like big conversation and they're just like loud and I'm like, can we not do this today? Because I'm bumping to my Spotify Premium. She's new and I love her so much. New for me, obviously. Spotify's have been out for like God knows when, but guys, I just got Premium. So like I'm jamming to my bops and I have to pause it because people are screaming behind me. And then I literally sidestep to the side and I watch them leave and then I continue on my merry way. But then they walk slow and I'm just like, oh, okay, here we go. Now we're back to my very first and biggest pet peeve, which is slow walkers. So it's just it's a whole lot, you know what I mean? It's bad things all around and I really cannot stand for her. The second one, we're just going to fly by these guys. The second one is kind of similar, but like very different in that I need to talk about it. This one I wrote as people close to me. I guess I just like being in solitude and no one coming up to me. You know, I guess that's the tea on that one. But people close to me. So I was where was I? I was like outside just sitting on a cute little bench listening to an audiobook. I think just being cute and wholesome as I do. And then so many people would just like walk past me on the bench. And it's not like that's the only way you can go. Like you can go around me or like behind me. Like you can go around. People were just walking so close to me and I was just like, ew. Like your presence disgusts me. Like I can't. I really can't. And I'm not trying to be like, ew, like I just don't like anyone else. I just need my own personal bubble. I'm not trying to be that basic, but it's just, you're uncomfortably close to me and you don't need to be. So I'm confused as to what's happening. It's one of those situations. Like, perfect example. If you're sitting in a classroom and you're the first one there and you put your little butt down in a seat and someone comes over in this huge auditorium and sits right next to you. There are 68 other seats and you're sitting in the one next to me. Love that. Or the person who sits right in front of you at the movie theater, you know? And then you have to put your legs down and they look at you and they like smile and like give a wave like, oh, thank you. And I'm just like, I didn't do it for you, sir. Okay. I'm doing it because I'm just a decent human being. God. So I hate that. Does that make sense? I really hope that makes another example that happened. Oh my God. Just anytime I'm at like shopping, malls, like a shopping center, like a small like what's Forever 21, like a store. And anytime I'm in like a store and I'm just browsing, looking at the racks and stuff. I don't know if anyone else does that. If I'm like looking through the racks, looking at my size, trying to pick out a cute outfit, and someone comes over right next to me and they start like fingering through like the ones I fingered through or like the ones in front of me, I just like leave. I do that every single time. And I just don't want to be next to people. I don't know. I really don't know. I just like solitude. Sorry, what can I say? What can I say? Next one I have on my list is a little weird, so bear with me. Buckle up and strap in. I put automatic toilets. Now, here's the thing with automatic toilets. I feel like they're disrespectful. Like I don't know if this is going to get TMI. I don't think it is. But if you're weird and uncomfortable by it, I totally get you. I totally get you, girl. It's just like whenever you're like using the restroom and you're not even done with whatever business you're doing, okay? Whatever you're doing. And then the toilet just flushes so I don't know if you guys know. You probably do because this is like not even rocket science. But someone did this test where they put like a balloon on top of the toilet seat and then they flushed the toilet. And there was just so much disgust and like bacteria and dirt that rose. Like, so example, whenever I keep like burping or yawning, I'm disgusting. What's wrong with me? Oh, Lord. But yes, anytime they would flush the toilet, like disgusting stuff would like rise up and like, Rise Up, by the way, is a good song. Do y'all know that song? And we'll rise up like the sun, and we'll rise up. That one, it's a great song. And apparently it's Simon Cowell's favorite song. So if you ever go to America's Got Talent, sing that song and he'll literally be like, oh, that's my favorite song. And it's so precious because Simon hates the world, but I love Simon because he's truthful in what he hates. Just exactly what I'm doing now. Do you see that segue? I'm so good. I'm nailing it. But yeah, so as every time, can I finish this one pet peeve? Jesus. Anytime you flush the toilet, disgust rises and hits this balloon. So like, this is why people cover up their toothbrushes because if you flush your toothbrush and anything open is going to catch that bacteria. So tell me why it is happening that sometimes you're still sitting down, doing your business, doing whatever, and the toilet just flushes and then I like stand up and I'm just like, oh my God. And I'm like clutching my like pearls around my neck and I'm like, excuse me, what's happening? I hate it so much. And I never knew that I would like hate an inanimate object to this degree, but I do. And I have a lot of feelings. Let me know how you're feeling. I don't know. I also haven't set up the Gmail. Well, maybe I'll do that before you guys listening to this. Hopefully I will. I'll put it in the description thingy if the email is up because I want to hear your thoughts. Tell me some of your pet peeves. I want to know. I don't know if we share the same pet peeves. I'd love that. Let's be best friends. Next one. So my old listeners, I already know we're going to get a little Sama on this one because y'all know the story with the fries on my campus, guys. Y'all already know the story. For new listeners, you probably don't know the extent at which I was the French fry queen in that some of the chefs on campus were like, oh, your fries are coming, and would be like, hey, I know you're waiting in this food line, but do you want fries while you wait? Y'all, I was the French fry queen. And then I just need to sip my tea because I've come back to campus. It's a resounding, wow, when you turn on the iPhone, the date doesn't come on for a while. It is a resounding September 23rd as I'm recording this. So that means it's like what? September 7. Wow, everything's just slow today. Jesus. It's September 25th as you're listening to this. So it's been over a month that I have been in college, and why are the fries bad? I don't know. They're so bad, and it annoys me because I put so much on my plate because I'm expecting them to be good every time. And yet I sit down with my little plate, taste one, there's no salt, there's no pepper, it's not crispy at all. Sometimes they're cold, and I'm like, this is why I have trust issues and I hate everything. Because as soon as I try to have like high hopes, it's smushed and crumbled to the ground. So why even get excited about life? Nothing pleases me and I'll never be happy. So that's the tea on that one. And I'm not being dramatic, folks. I'm not being funny and trying to like make a bit here. I was genuinely annoyed when I had the French fries because that's like all I eat. I'm trying to be better. I am trying to be better. Even though, oh yeah, I did go to Cookout and I had a hamburger. Yikes. Because I'm trying to stop having red meat. But I feel like you just gotta at Cookout. You gotta. And then I had my milkshake. Oh, caramel Oreo, like, is by far the best. Even though I will say, if we're doing a battle of the Oreo milkshake, effing Five Guys slays the game. Because you mix it, listen, I didn't even know this could happen. And the guy was just like, so what mix-in do you want? I was like, oh, I'll do Oreo. And he's like, Oreo cream or Oreo cookie? And I was like, hold on. What do you mean? And he was like, well, you can do either the cookie or you can do the cream. And I was just like, okay, I'm like over here like racking my brain doing the like meme of the like woman calculating A squared plus B squared, and the man's like, I mean, you can also just do them both. And I was like, let's do both. Just like that girl in the commercial who like had the, what was it, the hard shell taco or the soft taco somehow that like still stood up, so it was like a hard shell. Do y'all remember that commercial? And she was like, why not both? Literally, Five Guys Oreo cream and cookie mix into the milkshake. Brought all the boys to the yard, and I am the boy, and I came to the yard because it was fantastic. And yet the fries on my campus, it's really amazing how I'm paying X amount of dollars. So many people are in debt, and it's just like, y'all can't come through with the fries. Y'all can't feed us. And also yesterday, this was not even on my list, folks, but I'm pissed off. So at my school, we have this thing called late night, which is great for me, because my dining halls close at 8 p.m. But y'all already know that I take my ridiculous naps and I wake up at like 9:30, and I'm like, well, I missed dinner, so I'm going to late night. And late night goes from 8:01 until midnight, and it's just like food that was left over from like dinner, you know what I mean? And she's very helpful because like for a growing gal like me, I need my calories. So my best friend and I, we go to the dining hall and we're like, girl, let's go to late night and let's chat a little bit as we always do. Let's have a little chat. We go, the doors are closed. The lights are off. The doors are locked. And I was just like, excuse me. And I look on the little list and it's like Monday through Thursday, there's late night, and Sunday. Friday and Saturday, there is not. And I was like, I don't know what games you're trying to play here, but I don't appreciate her at all. Like, I don't get it. I feel like on the weekend is where you want late night the most, especially since, let's take me, for example, because I'm the only one here. Wake up noon. Have lunch, probably 4 or 5. I'm not going to have dinner before 8. Are you psychotic? I'm going to have dinner at 10 p.m. Thank you. And if late night's not open, what am I supposed to do? I'm poor. I have no money. I literally was scrambling to find like pennies to go to like a cookout because there was nothing to eat because we wanted late night and there was no late night. And yeah, I had a great time at cookout. So like good, but also what are you doing? What is my campus doing? Be better is all I'm asking. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Next on my list is, my key situation. Now, oh my God, let me get into this tea. I don't know who decided this was a good idea, what was going on in their mind, and how they did not realize that this was going to be a mistake. Let me explain the situation. So, basically, where I'm living this year is a hotel. Well, it was a hotel, and now it's a living situation, which is great because the beds are full-size beds. I have a bathtub, and it's fantastic. I don't have to shower with shoes anymore, which, if you're in college, you already know showering with shoes is stupid. So now I don't have to, which is great. But the problem with having a hotel door is that the key to get in is not like a key. It's not, so they're all keys. It's not like a mail key that you like hold and you like put in and you twist. It's not one of those keys. It's a hotel key that you slide. Okay, right. So we're there. We understand that. However, that's just my room key. I also have a card that is my ID on campus, basically, that allows me to get into different like dining halls, into my building, go up the elevator, things like that. So I have these two cards, right? Okay, great. I'm glad we understand. I also have my credit card. And last year, what I did, I have like a cute little lanyard from Vera Bradley. She's very cute. And I put my ID card on my campus and my credit card like in the little pouch, and everything was Gucci. This year, though, when I went to get my key for like where I'm living now, the woman just like held my room key and my like ID card very far apart. And she was just like, these two can't be together or else the thing will demagnetize. And I was like, okay. So what you're telling me is I need to like buy another thing. And I just don't understand what what? Especially since so many of my friends have the little pouch that you stick on the back of your cell phone and they put their ID college card and their room key in there. Because it's convenient, especially when you're going like out to parties. You don't want like a full luggage. You don't want to carry on when you're leaving. You just want a phone you can stick in your bra and like have a good and twerk the night away. That's what I want to do. And now I can't because as soon as they touch, they demagnetize. And at first I was like, okay, whatever. Like I feel like everyone says that, but that doesn't really happen. Yesterday, sis, I tried to get into my room. No light was showing and I had to go all the way down to my duty office and be like, so my key finally demagnetized and I was able to get a new one, but it's just inconvenient. And this thing is going to come up in another pet peeve, I feel. Inconvenience is one of the worst things in my life because, what is it? There was like a tweet I saw that was like so good. It was just like anything that costs you your peace is too expensive. Like just like you being Zen and like your peace and like PEACE. I think it was peace. And I was like, you so right. I feel like it was like some effing senator or like politician. I don't know. I'm not political. Y'all already know. So I was like, this is so inconvenient. And it's a small thing. Yes, it's a small thing. But to me, it's the small things that truly matter. So now I have to keep my like room key in like a side pocket. And like, I still have my college ID and my credit card in the lanyard, but like sometimes I like take out the other thing. Can I stop saying like? Sometimes I take out my lanyard and I forget to bring my room key and then I have to wake up my beautiful roommate and I'm like, I'm so sorry, babe. I did do that a few nights ago actually at a resounding 3 a.m. Thank God she's a babe because yikes. Or imagine if I was alone. Yikes. Guess I'm sleeping on the floor tonight. So there's that. Inconvenience. I can't. Oh, well, this one I guess is not inconvenience, but it's more just like straight up annoying. This one is teachers who don't use their time efficiently. So, I am in a class this semester. It is one of my favorite classes because it is my only talent and it's public speaking. That's literally my only talent. That's why I'm doing this right now. And to those of you listening who are just like, ooh, you kind of suck though, like, yikes. Because to me, like, this is the only thing I'm good at. Just talking to a microphone and like having a great time. So I'm taking public speaking, a chill class. I already know the professor, so like, she's going to be an easy A. But the thing about this professor, it's a 50-minute class, okay? It's not an hour 20 like other classes are. It's 50 minutes, so I have it 3 days a week. And it's just, she begins every class by saying our names, but she'll look at us and be like, oh, I think that your name is Jacob. And then, I know your name is Laura, even though you don't look like a Laura. And I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. She does this every class. And of course, people are laughing along and I'm just stoic. Is that a word? I hope I'm using that right. I'm just like stoned face glaring at her. But then as soon as she like looks at me, I'm just like, are you so right? Yes. Because she's the one who's going to give me my grade. But it's just annoying. And then we're always rushing at the end because she never finishes what she's going to say. And she always gets sidetracked when she's speaking. And I'm like, can we please? Can we please? I hate it. And then right after at 9:50, I have to sprint to my other class at 10 a.m. And I'm like running basically. So as soon as I get there, I'm huffing because the 9 a.m. class, the speaking class, is on the 3rd floor of a building. So I'm sliding down the rails and jogging outside, trying to get into my French class. And as soon as I get there, like, I don't even know how to speak English. Okay. Nevertheless, French. So it's just too much. Stop using your time stupid. You are a teacher. Have your lesson plans ready. Oh my God. Get your PowerPoint set up, ready to go, and figure it out. Okay? Figure it out. Thank you. That's literally all I'm asking. The only thing I'm asking. The next one I have here, lack of library etiquette. Now, I could go into this one for days, guys, but we're just going to do some examples. The most recent example being the most ridiculous thing I've ever experienced in my life. So I was on the 3rd floor of my building. Now, let me remind you, on my college campus, the 1st floor is normal library volume, which, can I just add, is not screaming. And I would know, I scream a lot. I'll get into this, bookmark what I just said. I have to get into that later. But I'm like, I understand. Okay, this is a library, like inside voices. 2nd floor, you can whisper. Okay, whisper quietly. That's fine. 3rd floor, dead silence. And yet, tell me why every year y'all don't understand that. And it was so ridiculous that I almost started laughing. Because I was on the 3rd floor doing y'all can't see me, but like air quotes, doing my homework. Y'all know. And these 2 girls just sitting in front of me just start talking like at the volume I'm speaking to you right now. As the volume I'm speaking is how they were talking. And they were telling stories to each other. And I look up and I immediately look around for like a punked camera. Because I was like, this is not happening. And I was concerned for them, honestly. Because I was like, if you think what you're doing right now isn't wrong, I don't know what's going through your head, sis, sister, gal, pal. I don't know what you're doing. But even on the 1st floor, this is a lot. This is a lot that I'm coming at you with. So stop. And this is where the humorous part came in for me. Because I had to laugh or else I was going to kill them. So I look at them and I'm glaring. And then in my peripheral vision, I see this other boy just like glaring at them too. And I look at him and like we share a moment. And again, like the whole reason I'm doing this, like when you share that hatred for something, that bond, and like, I've never seen that guy again, but I hope he has a good future, you know? And I can't wait for like his wedding and his like partner and kids. I'm excited for him, you know? Like we shared a moment that day. And then I was also, because that was the guy right beside me. And then I was also looking forward at the girls. And like this person sitting on the same row as them looked at me and I just looked at them too. And I was just like, what is happening? And they just kept talking loudly until they left. We could hear them as they were going down the steps. And I was like, oh my God. And my friend, she works at the library, and I told her, and she was just like, I mean, can I just say, when I told her, I wasn't just like, hey, yeah, people are talking on the 3rd floor, and I just feel like they should get in trouble, and like, I hate that. No, I wasn't like that. I was just like, sis, let me tell you about this stupid nonsense going on. Like, I don't care what you do. I'm just saying that it was frustrating and like stupid and annoying. And she was like, I mean, you can tell them to shut up. And I was just like, oh, I should have. but they were standing up and getting ready to go. If they were like planted in their seats, I fully would have gotten up and been like, hey, I don't know if like maybe you don't know where you are. Let me just give you a quick little tour. So this is the library, and this is the third floor actually. And on this floor, you're supposed to be dead silent. So if you don't close your lips right now, I'm going to sew them shut because you're annoying. Thanks so much, ladies. Have a good day and good luck on what you're working on. You know what I mean? I fully was going to do that because I was pissed off because y'all already know I barely do homework. Y'all don't know, but I mean, I do, but it's hard for me to do it. So when I'm in the zone and I'm just getting it, because sometimes in the library, you get in that mindset where you're just like, oh my God, I'm crushing it. Yes, everything's going right. The essay is flowing. The pages are like being understood. I'm analyzing. Yes. And then people start talking. You get distracted. You're looking at them. You're looking at other people. I look down on my phone because I'm like texting my like friend, like, y'all, do you see this nonsense? So it's a whole lot. You know what I mean? So I would just prefer if everyone just like had library etiquette. Thanks. Next up on my list is text repeaters. So I have actually encountered this a lot because I talk to a lot of people online. Just, I don't know. I feel like it's so much easier to talk to people online. I don't know why. I feel like people appreciate my humor online because I have a very dark humor and a specific type of humor. Like I don't laugh at, for example, people falling down. I mean, well, sometimes it's funny, but I don't know. Like I have a particular sense of humor. And so when I find that like niche online, I'm just like, okay, these are my people. But sometimes these people annoy me because I'll just like be texting them. And okay, when I'm saying text repeaters, I mean, they're just saying the same thing to me and we're not really moving. Do you understand? Like the conversation is not going anywhere and I want to talk to them and it seems like they want to talk back, but we're not moving. And I've literally talked to people before and been like, okay, can we get it together? Like what's happening? And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, you've said this 8 times. Like, can we move on from this topic? They're like, I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize. And I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm telling you. And like, all love. I'm saying it with all love, but it's just frustrating when people just keep saying the same thing and I'm just like, yeah, this is going great. And they're like, yeah, okay, like what'd you do? And I explain it. They're just like, okay. And then that went well. I'm just like, yes. And then they're like, oh, so like, well, what do you do this days? And I'm just like, oh, I do this. And they're like, and that goes well. And I'm like, oh my, okay, stop it right now. So sometimes you just gotta tell people where you stand with stuff. Next up, loud typers. So all of y'all out here, I feel like you're a little psychotic who haven't turned off the sound on your phone. And like my really good friend, she has hers on and I don't understand it. So anytime you're typing, you just hear that like bubble noise. Do you know what I hope this is not weird. But like on the iPhone, if you don't turn your sound off, you can hear the typing noise. And oh my God, y'all out here taking notes or writing essays on your laptops. I hate that sound so much because I don't understand why you're doing it. I really don't. And there's been so many like memes about it. It's just like, teacher. So guys, today we're just going to go over the syllabus. And then it's just like right under someone just typing, going over the syllabus on a Monday morning. It's like, can you stop? And the way it's so like fast and loud. And I just, sounds sometimes annoy me when they're not like supposed to be there. Sounds that are not welcomed. I hate it. So I know the whole time, oh my God, my Mac is about to die. Oh no. Tragedy, another pet peeve. Let me charge this and then we'll be right back. You won't even notice because I'm going to edit it because I'm like a pro at this. Okay, guys? Okay. But please, just silence your typing. I would really appreciate it. And as would the greater good. So just be a good Samaritan and shush, please. Thank you. Next one is one that annoys me so hard. So the way I typed it here is, when you don't know, you don't know. And let me explain this a little bit. So I remember I was at what was it, like a bookstore or something? Or like a store in general? I don't really know. I think it was like a Mac or a Sephora, something like that. And I was asking for a particular product, and I went over to one of the ladies working there, and I was like, hi, do you have this? And she was just like, and she just like looked down, and like she stood next to another girl, another worker, and she asked okay, I feel like this is already confusing. So let's give some names. Let's say worker 1 is Lindsay and worker 2 is Hannah. Lindsay, Hannah, okay? So I walk over and I'm like, hey girl, to Lindsay. I'm like, hey, do you have this particular product? I want to know if you have it because I would love to buy it. Thank you. Lindsay looks down. She's just like, Lindsay looks at Hannah. Hey, Hannah, do we have this product? Hannah's just like, I don't know. And they're just like in their own conversation. And guys, at this point, my eye is like twitching and I'm just like pacing and I'm just like, hello? And like, hello? And they're just like, I don't know. And it's just going on for too long. Like, I understand if you're thinking about it and maybe you'll be like, oh, actually, I'm going to check in the back for you right now. Or just like, no, we don't have it, you know? But for them to just be unsure and then just not give me an answer, I literally had to look at them and be like, so you don't have it? And they were like, no, I don't think so. And I was like, okay, great. Thank you so much for your time. And then I just like ran out of there and I just had to put my head down and I was like, what just occurred? Like, where am I? Hello? Am I on this planet? Where am I? It was just such a weird experience. But on like a similar note, but kind of different, I can't remember where I was at this time, but I was talking to, let's give names again. This time we'll use Bailey and Jennifer. So I go over and I'm like, hey, Bailey, do you have this? And Bailey's just like, no. And I was just like, oh, okay, well, thank you. And I'm about to leave. And then Hannah's just like, actually, we do. Bailey, oh, you know what? I realized. So I was at Cold Stone. I love Cold Stone. And I was trying to get I feel like I get cake batter for my ice cream. And then I mix in cookie dough. Oh, she's a bop. I mix in cookie dough and it's a great time. So I was like, hey, because I didn't know you could mix in cookie dough. I only did that in Dubai when I went there. If you listen to my last podcast episode, you would know. But yeah, I only did that there. So I was back in Virginia and I was like, hey, do you guys have cookie dough? And Bailey was just like, no. So I was like, oh, okay. And then Hannah was like, yeah, we do. And I was like, okay, Bailey, what? I just want to have a conversation. When you don't know, you don't know. Like, don't lie to me. And also don't fidget and fiddle your thumbs and just wait for me to go away. Like, what? Do your job and do it well. It's not hard. Some of y'all out here really be trying to make your lives difficult and it's not. And y'all stay being dramatic, being like, oh yeah, my life is so hard. Like, it's just been like such a long day. Like, no, it has not, babe. No, it has not. I'm sorry, do you need your nap today? Do you need your milk and cookies? Shut up. Like, I take naps, but I don't need them to survive. I just like taking them. But if I didn't have one, like, oh, I would be a decent human being? Great. Or not decent, like, the word I wanted to use was normal. I'd be a normal human being? Great. Unless there is a specific reason why you need it. I'm not saying everyone who naps is, like, dramatic. No, of course not. I know that different people do different things. For example, I have friends who wake up at 5 a.m. in order to do sports and then they have classes all day. Like, sis, you deserve a nap because you're doing more workouts than I ever will. You know what I mean? Or sometimes you're working like a long shift and like 6-hour shifts. Like, I get that too. Take your nap, babe. But if you're just doing the bare minimum, why do you need a nap? Why do you want a trophy for doing anything? Why do you want a gold star? You don't deserve one. If anything, you deserve like a freaking purple one. And purple stars don't mean nothing. Purple is my favorite color, but I know she don't mean nothing. So like, shut up. I hate that. And Bailey, I feel like Bailey annoyed me more than Lindsay and effing, what was the name I gave? Oh shoot, I already forgot. I had Bailey and Hannah and then Lindsay, Haley? I don't even know. Who even knows? They're generic names. Y'all don't know. I feel like she annoyed me more because the way she just said no. Like, what? And that's especially whenever you ask people in stores, like, hey, can you check if you have this in the back? And they're just like, we don't. Can you check? Even if you go touch the door and come back like you're doing suicides. Like, are you kidding? Can you be nice? I'm a customer. And I'm not being a stupid customer like some of y'all. Some people I know are like terrible. And like that's why everyone's like, oh, beware of retail. But I'm not like that. I'm trying to bring joy and energy and positivity. And you're really bringing out the darkness in me. And I am evil. Like, I can be so mean. People tell me I'm like, I feel like people, and I was talking to my friend about this actually. She was like, I feel like, oh, wow. See, that was so annoying. I hate when I do that. I hate when I do that. Saying the word like that many times, I apologize. But she said that she feels like, okay. I'm not even going to apologize for it because I say it a lot and then I'll just keep like clocking myself for saying it. Oh, there it is. So I'm not even going to talk about it anymore, okay? If it happens, it happens, and I'm sorry. But she will just be like, yeah, I know that you're funny, but I feel like it's because people just find your meanness to be funny and they don't think that you're being genuine. And I was like, oh, you're definitely right. I feel like people don't understand that I'm really mean. Like, I am a nice person too, but I'm also, well, I don't want to say this word because I can't, I don't care. Well, no, I don't want to say it. I was going to say like the B word, but I don't want to make this whole podcast explicit for one word. I want to save my explicits for when I'm cursing every other time. I feel like those are more fun. So I can be a B. Most of the time I'm not, but I can be, and I'm truly able. So don't get on my bad side because I will end your life. And not like, well, we're not going to get into that, but I can end your life, so. And the last thing I want to bring up that I bookmarked, I remembered it. Something that gets me the most is, so you guys can probably hear based on my voice that I sound extroverted, and I feel like I talked about this before. But anyways, it may seem like I'm extroverted and loud and excited and always screaming. Emphasis on that last part. That is not, can I repeat? That is not true. That is not true at all, guys. I spend a lot of time alone in my room or just taking walks, listening to podcasts, listening to music. I'm not like this all the time. And people think that. And it honestly gets under my skin because I was walking somewhere and one of my friends came over to me and I just like said, hey, normally to her. And she was just like, oh, no excitement from you today. What's going on? And I was like, what? I'm just saying hi. Sorry, I didn't do a round off back handspring and a triple Lutz flip. Like, sorry. I'm not going to be like that all the time. And it's not because I'm sad or like upset. I just don't feel like it's necessary. I'm not going to scream just for funsies. I always have a reason for doing it, and just emphasizing words is a reason. So, and that's typically the reason why I do it. Or it's a sporting event and I want to cheer at that. Or I love the person I'm seeing, so I'm going to scream and like point at them. But in most circumstances, yeah, already my mouth. Oh, she's been talking a lot today. There's so many circumstances where I'm typical and I speak in a normal volume and I am silent, and most of the time I shut down in group settings, and that's why I see myself as introverted. And I tell a lot of people I am introverted and they're like, no, I don't believe you. And I'm just like, well, believe it, sister. And it's something I'm coming to terms with too, but I really do feel like I am, because like I said, I like podcasts and listening to music and being alone, and that's where I get my energy. And that's what introversion is. So what do you know? Statistics show, studies show, research says that's where introversion is. So hi, hello. So I guess, I just wanted to clarify that at the end. Did I get through my whole list? I think so. Let me just see again. And basically, yeah, that was pretty good timing. And we're right around like 40 minutes or so. So that's awesome. It was so beautiful talking to you guys, as always. I just want to emphasize that last part. I guess it's not a pet peeve, but I don't like when people have this idea about me and it's not true. You know, who would want that? I think it's great in order to stand up for yourself and be like, hey, like you may think this, but this is totally not true. And here's the truth. So that is the truth. That is the tea. But if you hear me on campus screaming, don't think I'm a hypocrite. Oh my God. I can't. I'm gonna end myself. Don't think I'm a hypocrite. Like I definitely scream a lot more than the normal human being because that's just fun for me. And I like just having a presence and being a personality. But if you catch me on this campus, well, if you're not on this campus, then you can't see me, but I eat most of my meals alone and I like spend a lot of time alone. I'm recording my podcast alone right now in a room. So that's pretty much it. And again, I think I talked about this in the first season too. But yeah, and that's not me upset by anything. Like that's not me begging for people to like talk to me or begging for like more friends. The friends I have is awesome and it's definitely quality over quantity. If you want to be best friends though, like hit me up. I would love to be best friends with you. I love making new friends, but I'm also happy where I am and I can be completely comfortable alone. And I feel like that's very healthy and normal. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. And I'm going to be myself. And y'all should all be yourselves too, kings, queens, and everything in betweens, y'all royals, okay? That was beautiful. I love myself for that. See, we started off hateful, and hopefully we end in a positive note and just being genuine in yourself. And just authenticity is such a huge value to me. So be you, be true, be a Barbie girl, be a Barbie bro. Just be yourself, guys. That's all that matters. Okay, on that note, I'm gonna go. Probably not do homework, being authentic, like I said, genuine. I'm going to listen to this over, make sure it's okay, send it in so y'all are listening to it on a Tuesday. And there it is. Again, this has been an extra sip. I'm Miriam Samaki. And make sure y'all are subscribed, please. I keep like being like, hey, new episode. But if you're subscribed, then you'll get the notification. And y'all already know episodes come out every Tuesday unless I say something about it. So yeah, make sure y'all are subscribed and rate and comment and tell your friends. Thank you. Love you. Okay. Bye, guys.